Let me make sure my hair's okay.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Welcome along to this episode of the Peter and Chris are Learnding podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Chris, and we are delighted to introduce our guest today.
CILLIAN is my name. I'm 28 from Ireland. I was born with a condition called spina bifida. So it's basically a split spinal cord. So everywhere from my lumbar spine down was split. So I'm paralysed from the waist down. Full-time wheelchair user, but I've happily made the most of it. And I have built my life around sport. I'm an international athlete for the last 13 years and full-time with it now for the last 3. So hopefully as the podcast goes now, you'll hear more about it.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely dive into that. I think the first thing we always do is we always talk about people's childhoods. So I don't know, if you want to talk about your time growing up in Ireland, or
Can do, yeah.
how that was and everything.
Yeah, it's okay to be fair. Like every kid with a disability, I suppose I experienced bullying growing up. People don't like difference, so there was that. But for the most part, it was enjoyable. Never really saw myself as disabled. I always kind of grew up like I just sit down to move. It's not like I'm no different otherwise. I still went to mainstream school, and the first year of school, by Christmas, every one of my classmates asked Santa for a wheelchair because they didn't see a difference.
Yeah.
I got to bring in that no one else get to bring in.
Oh, like that.
But yeah, it was great to be fair.
Yeah.
And you've got the beard to match Santa's now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've never seen Santa stood up, so maybe Santa got a disability, maybe.
Yeah. Something else that's happened in childhood that Chris doesn't know about yet. You're watching Story of Chesapeake and you're watching the franchise. Apparently, it's massive in the Republic of Ireland.
It is pretty big, yeah.
Very well. I read a story that actually does not correlate with that. So we got invited to Dublin, right? And I think in Dublin's North Irish or Republic.
Dublin's in the Republic. It's the capital of the Republic.
So we got invited to the film festival, right? And it was like about 100 kids, and like nobody knew what Tracy Rita was, who he was, and we were like, "Oh, this is great!" But so to hear you go, yeah, it was massive over there. It wasn't.
Oh, jeez, it's like everyone down here where I'm from watched it. So like in Tipperary, like it was very kind of common to watch it.
I wish that they were there because we just had a dead crowd. We absolutely were like, why are we here? Because nobody knows who we are. Nobody does. But never mind. This is about you, not about me. So.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, what attracted you to sports then? Because
so when I was 5, Dad took me to a Parrot Sport Open Day in Dublin, and
right.
he was an athlete himself, so he wanted me to kind of follow in his footsteps that way. And so I started as a seated javelin, shot put, and discus thrower. That's how I kind of started my career and competed for Ireland twice for that. And then 2012, I had major bowel surgery that was linked to my spina bifida. and due to massive complications from that, I lost the majority of my weight, and I had to build back up to a certain point. But that point then was obviously too light to be a thrower anymore. So rather than giving up sport, I decided to change sports, and Dad's sport was sprinting. So I was like, logically, the next step up is wheelchair racing for me, and go towards sprinting. And fast forward to 2016, I won my first 3 world medals in Prague in the Czech Republic.
Oh, wow.
To be sitting on the podium watching the Irish flag go up was something that I'll never forget. Like, and then to look across at my dad absolutely in bits crying that I finally made a world stage. And then fast forward again to 2019, and I always tell this story, it's very funny. I've a lot of tattoos, and I was years on end wanting a tattoo. And I said to my dad, if I get one Irish record, one national record, can I get a tattoo, and will you pay for it? He goes, yeah, of course. And like at that point in time, I was nowhere near breaking it. Like, it would have been a miracle to break it. And I was like, oh, he said yes, right, you're on. So, and we went over to Aylesbury in England then in late 2019, and that was when it kind of sunk in, like, okay, yeah, he's getting me a tattoo if I break this, so let's have a go. And that weekend I ended up breaking 4 Irish records.
Oh, wow. So did that mean you get 4 tattoos?
Right, we only did 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was only seconds away from breaking the 1500 as well, which would have been all 5 records in one weekend, which was never been done. So
wow.
Well done.
That would have been huge.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible.
So yeah, that was good incentive, but he was slagging me then, saying like, oh, I should have told you I would have got a tattoo years ago if that was the case.
What's the tattoo of Frank by any chance?
No. Come on. He wanted a pretty one, not a ugly one.
But, and sure, now I'm covered in them, so once you get one, you never stop then. So.
Yeah. I've never got one. I'm a little too scared to like go and sit there for hours and
just something to actually stay still for God knows how long as well. I mean, that's the hardest part. Yeah.
Have you got a tattoo?
No tattoos whatsoever.
No.
I'm all clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it about the sport that made you want to do more at? Because obviously you then switched. You could have just easily switched again. You obviously didn't. But what was it about the sport that you wanted to continue and to make a career out of it now?
I've always been a bit of a speed demon. So the second I could get into a chair that I can go upwards of 19 mile an hour in, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I like this crap. Like, I've gone even faster downhill, like 52k an hour. I don't know what that is in miles. I just know 19 is about 30k an hour, but 52k an hour downhill is what I've gone so far. And
I'm gonna Google it.
When you're only a couple of inches off the ground, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, now one wrong move and you're definitely getting the new wheelchair after that. Like, but yeah, no, I love it. It's just a whole different type of freedom.
Have you, in that case, have you done what's that car truck thing when they make vehicles and they go down a massive hill?
Or the Red Bull soapbox races.
Yeah. You should do that.
I would do it.
Yeah. Imagine that. Just crashing into a pile of hay at the end. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but never mind. It sounds a lot. 52k P is quite a lot.
I mean, you could throw it easily be a stunt double.
Absolutely, yeah. It's 32.3 miles an hour.
Wow, that's
ridiculous.
That was the best ever. That was actually the last kilometre of a 10k race. So back in the day, Dad used to cycle behind me for insurance purposes. If we fell or if a flat tire or whatever, we would have to be there to help. And the last kilometre of the race was downhill, and he knew that, but I didn't know that. So I only saw it as
oh my God.
So I'm pushing along and I sat up in my chair and I'm just like, Dad, please. And he knew exactly what I wanted. And he's like,
Yeah.
one. So all he sees is me just absolutely send it down the hill.
Yeah.
And I'm calling back 51, 52. And just absolutely loving life. And the wind going through me, now non-existent here. But yeah, oh guys, it was amazing. It's a feeling I'll never forget. Like, it was just, I never thought I'd get to be able to go at that kind of speed. Like,
yeah, was there a moment where you were coming up that hill and you were like, I can't do this, or you just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, see what happens?
Like, yeah, there's definitely times in my career as a whole where I'm kind of like training and it's like, oh, this is actually horrible. Like, in the wet winter nights, and I train on a resistance roller as well for the winter. So I put my racing gear up on that, and then we can increase the resistance of the roller, so it can mimic going up hills or whatever. And those nights are hard. Like, those nights I do be questioning kind of like what I'm doing. But then you just have to think about, like, I can end up on the world stage again with this. I can end up the Paralympics with this. I can get opportunities that I'd never have if I didn't do this. So it's kind of like, on top of the fact that I want to make my family proud and I want to make me proud and I want to be the best version of myself no matter what. And that kind of caps me on. Then it's like, right, no, get out your arse now, come on, train. And it just becomes habit then. Like, I get up to train normally now and I don't even think twice. It's just, all right, let's get training done. Whereas in the beginning it was like, oh, I have to train for 2 hours. Like, oh. I don't care. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. That's great. Good mentality to have. Yeah, man. Like, seeing the bigger picture is not always possible. But when you do see the bigger picture and you do see, you know, every day as kind of a step towards somewhere new, that's always exciting for me, you know.
Absolutely.
It's same with acting, you know, like you go into a room with people that you don't really know and they get terrified and everything else because you're in the room with people and I don't really do well with crowded areas, but because I'm in that room, something else might happen. So I've always gotta like turn it on sort of thing and be this uber confident Chris in it, like, you know what I mean? So I can really relate to that, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then something else I'll never forget was coming home in 2016 from Prague. My godfather rang my dad and was like, do you reckon he'll go for a pint now since he won a world medal? I was just like, yeah. So we drove back from Dublin, and the next thing then we turn off from my village and there's a sign, well done, CILLIAN, and like 3 world medals on the poster. And I was like, oh, that's really nice, like, fair play to them. And as we went up the road, people were starting to walk up the road, and we were like, oh, it's busy tonight, like, what's going on? And the more we went up the road, the more people there was, and I was like, lads, there's something going on here, what the hell? So we eventually got to the village, and my village was literally lined with the entirety of my parish. Like, every single person that lived in my area came to see me come home.
Wow.
And I don't think to this day I've cried as much as I cried that night. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over the turnout, like, and it really kind of brought home that people are there to support me, and like, on the cold winter nights when I don't see them there to support me, they are there to support me.
Yeah.
And that's nice, like, that really bring me on the bad days too.
I think that defines Ireland as a company, right? Because they're all they're basically all about family, and if you're from that village, you're basically a family, and like, everyone knows everyone, and it just showing in England, and I don't know about Scotland, but definitely in England, we are missing that. We are missing that come together for like any occasion, you know, because it's beautiful, it really is.
And it's a real community spirit in there as well.
Oh, 100%. Like, Kilbarron Village is like second to none.
Yeah.
I've always felt such massive support. Like anytime I've ever done fundraisers, they've always been incredible. Like, and I've some really brilliant people around me that have helped me over the years. So I've definitely been lucky from where I'm from. So I'll always be proud of where I'm from.
That's brilliant. Now the equipment side of things, obviously the things are adapted for you, different sizes, different shapes, different body. So what kind of wheelchair, racing chair have you got?
So I've got a top end NRG. So we had to get it ordered from America. It was then shipped from America to the UK, and then refined in the UK, and then brought home to here. So yeah, I was lucky that I got help with acquiring it because I had 2 sponsors at the time help me get it. And still to this day have those sponsors. I'm very lucky. But yeah, like a chair like that, you're looking at probably €14,000.
What?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more than a car.
Oh yeah. And that wouldn't be top line either. Like there is more expensive chairs out there.
That is not top range. What? 14K is not top range.
Yeah.
And how long would that last you? That sort of chair.
If I made LA 2028, I'll probably upgrade again.
Whoa.
My God. Now, in saying that, I might be happy with the chair, but and the chair is going great.
Yeah.
Just because if I made such a high standard, I'd probably want a better chair, you know. But yeah, like there's other chairs that are upwards of 25K. Like
oh my god.
Like everything, you get what you pay for. But yeah, that's the chair. Then you have racing gloves. They're
gloves.
They're specifically made, custom made to my hand. They're a couple of £100 a piece.
I can't believe.
Whoever's making these is making the killing.
Yeah.
It's a good business to be in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you've got tires. They're 50 quid a pop. My helmet was €400. Like, it's definitely not your cheapest sport, but
No.
Damn.
I mean, my partner is in a wheelchair, and like she has, so she does wheelchair basketball, and that chair is about $6.5 grand, I think, and then the normal chair is about 4, and I'm sat there going, that's like 10 grand that we have just home, you know, like just mental how wheelchairs are a necessity to some people, and yet they are so expensive.
Yeah,
it just, I don't believe it. You know what I mean?
I think it's because they're a manufacturer's favorite word, specialized, and that the price can just vary because each person is different, so there's no set pricing really.
Yeah.
It's such a niche market, but yeah, like even for everyday wheelchairs, I'm sitting in probably 6K at the moment.
Wow.
Like, you look at it, and like I have friends who are welders and stuff, and they're like, that was 6K, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I'd make that, like, and I was like, well, then off you go and make it because you're
It's absolutely, it's a never-ending field as well, because everybody could end up needing a wheelchair, so it's balmy, isn't it?
That's ridiculous, that is. Yeah. So, equipment. Was there anything else, Chris?
I can't remember.
That's my main down, Chris. Come on, write stuff down.
I know, man. I know. Right. So we've talked about China, we've talked about the Olympics. Is there any goals outside of the sport that you want to achieve? Or?
So currently, I'm messing with the idea of going back to college and getting my master's degree.
What?
Performance coaching. So I'd love to eventually work with Paralympics Ireland or the likes, and work with high level elite athletes. And I have an honours degree in strength and conditioning coaching at the moment. So I'm running my own online personal training business, and that's kind of been a good help for racing as well. But yeah, I'd love to kind of go more into the coaching side and and venture out to different sports as well. But that's for the long burner for now, because I want to see if I can heal this pressure sore that I'm currently battling.
What other sports are you thinking of coaching into?
I love rugby. We're a rugby household, so I was lucky enough to shadow Leinster rugby a couple of months back, and that was amazing. It was a savage experience. So I'd love to kind of go more into the rugby side, and my cousin actually plays for my local rugby club, so it's kind of a good way to kind of keep with him as well, like, with the same interests and stuff. So yeah, I'd love to kind of branch out to rugby too, but para sport will always be my number one, I suppose.
Yeah. Is Irish a big? Is Ireland a big sporting country? Because obviously I'm into football, so I don't think it's as big as it is in England. But is that just because we have more of a population, or?
So yeah, it's definitely like there's a lot of sport in Ireland.
Yeah.
You obviously have our national game, which is hurling and Gaelic football. They would be heavily populated with fans. Like, games would be very popular all the time. Then, like, there's a multitude of different sports. Like, you'd have everything from combat sport to rowing to tennis. Whatever. Like, there's a multitude of different sports that go on. But what I've noticed over the years is only certain ones get consistently shown on TV. If you're lucky and they're in a country where it's kind of like matches your times up, then they'll kind of show it. But other than that, they don't really show it, which is a bummer. Like, because there's a lot of sports that I love that I would love to watch more of, but they're never really.
Yeah.
So you're kind of following the athletes on Instagram and stuff to see how they get on, because you can't watch it anyway.
Yeah. I think that's what we need more of. I mean, it's great when the Paralympics is on, but I feel like that's the only time that you see disability in sport on national TV. And I feel like there's loads of events and a load of brilliant people at the events who need to be shown, who need to be kind of, whatever.
Yeah, saying that, the wheelchair basketball has been shown on the BBC last year, and then obviously trying to forward was Paralympics, and it's the last leg and everything, and then you've got, but a load of power sports get shown on YouTube these days.
They do, yeah. It is much better that way.
Yeah.
But like, even when the World Championships was back in Athlone, I think it was 2018, in Westmeath here in Ireland, we did get a lot of radio time, and we got a lot of interviews that way. But like, as for showing it on TV, it was different. Like, we didn't get any of that. Like, RTE, our main news crowd, like they would have had the opportunity to show it and it wasn't. But unfortunately, but hopefully there will be a day where it will be shown. But for now, we just kind of have to keep fighting to be seen.
Absolutely, which is ridiculous at this day and age as well.
Exactly, where we're meant to be all included, and it's still nowhere near included.
I mean, we say it every year. We keep saying it every year. At this day and age, I remember we say it every year.
Yeah.
Like they show the Paralympics and stuff, which is great. It's a big show on to where we were. But like we were saying, like I wish they'd show everything really. And I know they have certain time slots and stuff for different shows, but I just wish that they could show more of each sport rather than just the headline sport.
Yeah. I mean, they've got BBC 3 and 4. I mean, who's watching BBC 4? You know what I mean? So I don't understand why we don't have a dedicated channel to, consumer sports. You know what I mean?
A dedicated channel would be perfect, like, because at least then people have the option to watch it. And then at least then we know that we're always being put out there.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. It depends which company, because obviously you've got Sky, you've got other terrestrial television that doesn't, you've got to have a certain box to have like the channels or Freeview or whatever, and then it then gets a bit more difficult that way. But hopefully it should be on main TV.
It's not our job to make a channel. It's our job to point out that's what we want,
Yeah. Give us what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Between us, we should probably start a position or something.
We should.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to go to Sky, because Sky's got the most money.
Disney Plus have got a lot of money.
Who?
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
We should go Netflix. No, the streaming's more popular these days. But yeah, so we should probably we had a question from our previous guest, and it was,
if you could change one thing about the world today, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
That's a fabulous question.
I know it is.
Wow. I suppose just perception. Eliminate perception.
Wow.
I would definitely love people to be more like, ask me what I do before presuming what I do.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people like, your dad was telling me you're in college. Are you doing a computer course? And I'm like, does not mean I'm doing a computer course. And there's nothing wrong with a computer course or someone. But it was just that relating wheelchairs to office jobs. And I was just like, no, I'm actually a personal trainer. I work in a gym. Like, and it was just, and they kind of took a step back and was like, huh? As if to say, like, how could you do that? Like, or other instances where so the first car I bought myself was a 2014 Seat Leon, and I had it kind of done up a small bit, a typical boy racer, and loud music, seat back, windows tinted, the whole shebang. And I rocked up to Tesco's one day and parked up in the wheelchair space, and this woman absolutely stormed over to my car. You could see her coming a mile away.
God.
And I rolled down the window, and she's like, sorry, you do know that's a wheelchair parking space? And I'm just like, 1 second. And I roll back my seat, and I'm just like, what's in the passenger seat there, look? And he's like, oh, that'd be a wheelchair now. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm in a wheelchair. But thank you very much. I see you came from a good place, so thank you very much. But she just saw the car, saw how I act, saw the loud music, and was just like, this lad's just being an arse. And
I
was just like, no, we can just be each as well. Like, it's like, yeah. But in fairness, she meant well. She was looking out for people.
You can't really get angry at that, but in that moment,
it was funny. There's 100 stories I could tell about what people's first impressions are.
Yeah.
Versus who I actually am. It was just like perception is big, basically.
I mean, I'm still getting that now because of the voice. Like my voice is, not normal, heavily chord. But like, and they would think I'm really thick, and I'm actually a little bit thick. So like, it just, they hear the voice and they don't hear the words, and I'm like, if you listen to the words, I actually am talking a lot of sense sometimes, and it just the people's perceptions are still in the dark ages, unfortunately, and you just gotta deal with stupid people all the time. So, yeah.
Especially when it comes to like trying to get on the dating scene as well. I see the wheelchair, but not the person. Or trying to make friends or something like that, really. Then they see the chair, not the person. But yeah, that kind of thing as well.
Like, it's definitely more superficial these days than it used to be. Dating is hard for anyone, but especially with someone with a disability, it's twice as hard. I had my fair share of great relationships. I had my fair share of crap relationships. That's just life.
We have.
But yeah, it's definitely harder for us. But people are out there, and people of all abilities are out there. Like, the world is a big world, so
100%.
Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to kind of speak about?
Suppose I'm
insane, right?
So basically, I'm hoping to expand my personal training business this year. I want to get more into the online coaching side for now, and kind of help people all over the world, not just Ireland. And I'm also in the process of writing a book.
Yes, you are. Yes. Yeah.
You forgot that Killian writing a book. Come on.
You say that, Chris. You say that, Chris, but you forgot one of your shows was BAFTA nominated.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, yeah. What's the book about?
So, yeah, it's I've started it with the intention of it being a complete guide to fat loss for paraplegics. So, all the different levels of paraplegic. And depending on how well that goes, I will then move on for quadriplegic or tetraplegic or different levels. So I'm still kind of coming around to the fact that CILLIAN Dunne is writing a book, which is insane, but we'll see how it goes anyway. I'm liking how it's coming along so far, and it's taking shape. So
definitely, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then who's to say no? You put in so many records, you put in so many gold medals. Who to say no?
But and then hopefully get some more clients then. And I need to post more on my socials because my business socials have not been posted on for a long time.
Come on.
But so if anyone wants to follow my Instagram, my personal Instagram is Killian_Dunne_T54, and my business page is Dunne's Fastlane Fitness.
Well, why T54 now? I kind of know why, but for the audience, why T54?
So T for track, and then 54 is my level of ability. So 54s are the racers with full upper body and no lower body. So then 53 would be higher kind of, I think, belly, and 52 lower chest and 51 upper chest. So the lower the number, the more impaired the athlete.
I did track during school times. Done right. So that's how I kind of know about like the T51s and 2s and I don't know exactly what they are, but I know about as your name and then T and then a number, and then sometimes you're thrown into the same race, and even if you don't win that race, you will still break a national record, right?
You can still break a national record. Then you have what's called the RASA point system, which if a T54 was to race a T33, we'll say. Or even, sorry, I'll make it easier. So if T54 was to race 52, the 52 would get more points the closer they are to their world record time. So if I was further away from my world record time than they were from their world record time, they would take my place.
Oh, wow.
Because they've done better in the race, even though I beat them in the race. So it was their kind of way of making it fair. Now, mixed class races don't happen in the Paralympics because obviously there's enough of each class to do each race. But world stage, I've experienced mixed class racing, and other competitions in the UK, I've experienced it as well. It levels the playing field for those who. But
it's a little bit scary when like you're racing against somebody who is a lot more able than you are, and you're like, how? Because obviously you don't know until you go and look at it. Was like a bit of paper where it was basically the disability school games, I think, in Blackpool, and I was racing against the clearly abled, but more able person than me, and I was like, how am I meant to do well in this event, And then coach was like, different. They're like, okay, so and ended up getting gold in that event, which was crazy at the time.
A couple of questions for you. So the first one is, what's your online website? So if people wanted to be trained by you or something like that, or maybe.
So that would be my business page, which for Dunn's Fast Lane Fitness on all socials. I don't have a website just yet. I do plan on having one by summer, hopefully. But yeah, if they just on Facebook or Instagram, if they look up Dunn's Fast Lane Fitness, my logo pops up and you can message me there. More than happy to take on anyone of any ability. I'm coached on all levels to coach anyone of any ability. So we can definitely have a chat and see if someone wants.
Lovely.
Yeah. And do you have a question for our next guest?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
How could you forget that?
Oh man, yeah.
Okay, so before the question, is every guest on the podcast someone with a disability, or is it kind of everyone?
It's kind of everyone. It's it's a very. I mean, a lot of them have been disabled, but yeah.
But the first one said, where's the body buried? The second one said, what do you think about, there's one thing about the world, change it. So, you could be weird about it, you could be, like, generalised, it could be whatever you like at this point.
I suppose it could apply to both disabled and able-bodied, but what would be one thing about your current self that you would change for the better?
These questions are better than ours.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're getting better questions all the time now, Chris. Get in.
We are. If we ever get stuck, we can go back to the guest questions. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Cillian Dunne. You've been amazing. This is been an awesome chat, and we would like to say thank you for your time. And anytime that you want to come back on, the door is always open. But thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much. I loved every bit of it, and I really appreciate getting asked on today.
You're very welcome. And that is me and Peter signing off. But hold on, before we let you go, we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Don't forget to follow us on all the various channels, and always been Learnding, and we'll see you on the next one.